That's better. Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo. Krishna Krishna. Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna. Jaya Data Kala Chanti Radha Kala Chanti Radhe. Jaya Data Kala Chanti Radha Kala Chanti Radhe. Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Baladev, Jaya Subhadra. Bolamai. Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Radha Govinda Radha Govinda Radhe. Jaya Radha Kala Chanti Radha Kala Chanti Radhe. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gaura Haribo, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribo. Nitai Gaura Haribo, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribo. Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Go Premanandi, Hari Hari Bo. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahansa Purvikacharya After Sri Srimad, His Divine Grace Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahansa Purvikacharya After Sri Srimad, His Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Prem Se Kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Sri Sri Radha Krishna Gopinath Shaima Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhana Ki Jai. Sri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Sri Mayapur Dhama Ki Jai. Chamuna Mai Ki Jai. Ganga Mai Ki Jai. Tulsi Maharani Vrinda Devi Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Grantha Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai. Yuga Dharma Harinam Sankirtan Yagya Ki Jai. Priya Mridanga Transcendental Book Distribution Ki Jai. Transcendental Krishna Prasadam Distribution Ki Jai. Go Premanandi. Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga.
Hare Krishna. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Okay. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Gopi Janavalabha Girivardhari. Jaya Gopi Janavalabha Girivardhari. Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana यशोदानन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन यशोदानन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन यशोदानन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन यमुनातीरवनचारी यमुनातीरवनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय राधा कालचंदी राधे जय राधा गोविंद राधे जय गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद ऐसी भक्तिदान स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की। हरे कृष्णा। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी श्रीराधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यश्च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय। श्रीपाद की। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Hare Krishna. Welcome to Srimad Bhagavatam class. My name is Ashwini Kumar Das and we will be reading today from Canto 9, Chapter 24, entitled Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We'll go through text 58 and 59. Just to give a little background here. Srila Sukadeva Goswami is, before he explains how Krishna descends in this material world, he is going to explain in these two texts specifically why he descends. It's like a doctor examining a patient. First he is diagnosing the problem, then he says you have this disease, and then he's going to give the prescription. So how society is getting diseased, and then how it should be examined, and then what is the prescription is the whole purpose of the Srimad Bhagavatam. So in this text specifically, he is examining the society, and then he will conclude that okay, this is the problem in the society, and then in the following text, next canto, specifically in canto 10, he'll say this is the prescription, connect with Krishna. So we'll read the translation of text 58, text 59, and then we'll go through text 58, which is the focus text today.
The Supreme Personality of God acts through his material energy in creation, maintenance, and annihilation of this cosmic manifestation, just to deliver the living entity by his compassion and stop the living entity's birth, death, and duration of materialistic life. Thus he enables the living being to return home back to Godhead.
By his compassion. So in this text you see there is by his compassion. He has compassion because we read in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Mamansha Jeev Loka, Jeev Bhuta Sanatana, Manashastrani Indriyani, Prakriti Sthani Karshati. So Lord Krishna says that Jeev is my Ansha. So because Jeev is my Ansha, my part and parcel, I have attachment with the living entity. And he attached and he is detached also. He is attached in the sense that I want to reclaim all these fallen souls back home, back to Godhead. These are my part and parcel. I want them to come home back to me. And he detached in the sense that, okay, you want to enjoy separately from me, go ahead. This is the material world, material energy I have created for you. Whole world, play around. But at the same time, because he has this causeless mercy, is unlimited compassion, he keeps sending his Nitya associates, his eternal associates, to educate us, to take us back home, back to Godhead. And he comes also by himself. And he also intervenes in the life of his devotees, his well-wishers, so they become more serious and advance in Krishna consciousness. So from that perspective, he is compassionate. And because living entities want to enjoy his own free will separately from Krishna, from that perspective, is renounced also. Okay, go ahead and enjoy. Okay, text 59, please.
Although the demons who take possession of the government are dressed like men of government, they do not know the duty of the government. Consequently, by the arrangement of God, such demons who possess great military strength fight with one another, and thus the great burden of demons on the surface of the earth is reduced. The demons increase their military power by the will of the Supreme, so that their numbers will be diminished and the devotees will have a chance to advance in Krishna consciousness.
Yeah, so this is our focus text today. We'll go to the shloka. Thank you. Akshado hirdinam patirbhir asure nirpalachane bhuvakrම්yamāṇāya abhārāya kirtodhyamah akshado hirinam patibhir asurer nirpalachane bhuvakrම්yamāṇāya abhārāya kirtodhyamah akshado hirinam patibhir asurer nirpalachane bhuvakrම්yamāṇāya abhārāya kirtodhyamah. Chuno hi nirnam patibhir asure nirpalachane bhuvakrම්yamāṇāya abhārāya kirtodhyamah akshado hi nirnam patibhir asurer nirpalachane bhuvakrම්yamāṇāya abhārāya kirtodhyamah patibhir akshado hi nirnam patibhir akshado hi chachane bhuvakrම්yamāṇāya abhārāya kirtodhyamah akshado hi nirnam patibhir asure nirpalachane bhuvakrම්yamāṇāya abhārāya kirtodhyamah. Word to word meaning. Akshado hinanam of kings possessing great military power. Patibhi, by such kings or government. Asure, actually demons, because they do not need such military power but create unnecessarily. Nirpalanchana, who are actually unfit to be kings, although although they have somehow taken possession of the government. Bhuvaha, on the surface of the earth. Akramya manaya, aiming at attacking one another. Abharaya, paving the way for diminishing the number of demons on the surface of the earth. Kirta Udyamaha, enthusiastic, they spend all the revenue of the state to increase military power. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki. Although the demons who take possession of the government are dressed like men of government, they do not know the duty of the government. Consequently, by the arrangement of God, such demons who possess great military strength fight with one another, and thus great burden of demons on the surface of the earth is reduced. The demons increase their military power by the will of the Supreme, so that their numbers will be diminished and the devotees will have a chance to advance in Krishna consciousness. So in this, I'll just take a moment here to discuss the translation. If you look at the first line, it says, although the demons who take possession of the government are dressed like men of the government, they do not know the duty of the government. So then immediately question comes, what is the duty of the government? What is that government is missing? And what is the parameter we can say that this government is demoniac or this government is working as per he is supposed to be doing? In 5th canto we see Lord Rishabdev is instructing his sons on the value of human life and how the attraction between man and woman pulls a living entity into working day hard and day night and increases the lusty desires. So in that discussion, when he's instructing his sons, Lord Rishabdev explains, he tells his sons that what is the duty of the government or the king or anyone who is in authority. He says, Putramscha Shishyamscha Nirpo Gururava. Putramscha, to the sons, Shishyamscha, to the disciples. Nirpo means king or a father, whoever is in authority, and then Gururuscha, the spiritual master. So what is the duty of a king or a father or a spiritual master when it comes to instructing his sons, his citizens or his disciples? And then he also adds saying that, or anyone else who wants to mat loka kamo, who wants to come back home, back to Godhead. Mat loka kamo means who wants to come back to my abode. Mat loka kamo, who has the desire to mat loka, who wants to come back to my abode. Their duty is mat anugrahartha. That is a duty. He's saying whoever is in authority, may that be a king or a father or a spiritual master, when it comes to instructing their subordinates, their duty is mat anugrahartha. Manugrahartha means he should be instructing them to attain the mercy, or to attain my mercy. Mad anugrahartha means to attain my mercy. And he should be instructing them in such a way that they understand that that is the aim of life. Mat anugrata means that is the aim of life, attain my mercy, that's the whole objective of the life. They should be instructing. And how one will instruct? When they should themselves be educated enough, serious enough to practice Krishna consciousness. That is leader's duty. So the first line which says that the government is forgetful of his duty. What is the duty? This is the duty. Mard anugrartha. They should be instructing them into educating into Krishna consciousness. In ancient times we see kings used to arrange discourses so that everyone can hear Krishna Katha. They will have nice prashadam programs. They will arrange nice festivals. All these arrangements were made so that somehow or other people gain the mercy of the Lord. Because people in general do not want to go towards self-realization. They say that like tongue is very thirsty of tasting someone. Tongue is always like, I want something. Now to bring the tongue up, you need to put some endeavor. Otherwise it's like falling down. So all the senses are like that. They want to come into the lower taste. To bring them to the higher taste, you have to put some endeavor. But then by nature, if the living entity is moodha, then how to elevate his consciousness? So to elevate his consciousness. So that becomes the duty of someone who is in authority as a father, king, or a spiritual master. How to have his subordinates bring up to advance more and more and more up to they become pure devotee. And little advancement is so helpful. There is a pastime in Narsim Puran. You might have heard, but for my purification I will share it. There was one person and he used to make fun of devotees. All the time he'll make fun of devotees. Like in today also we'll see, na? What is this ISKCON devotees? Keep chatting all day, they don't have anything to work. So this person he was very rich. He used to make fun of devotees. And there was one devotee who was passing there and he saw nice garden in front of the house of this rich person. So as a devotee have a natural tendency to offer everything to the Lord, and anything nice they see, immediately they're like, oh, I should be offering this to my Lord. So he approached this person and he says, you have a nice garden, nice flowers are there. Can I take some flowers? I want to offer them to my Lord. And as a habit, he says, oh, devotee. It's called devotee. There is a word, what do you guys do all the time? I am working very hard day and night to have such a nice home, to maintain this nice garden. What do you guys do? You think I should be giving these flowers to you? I maintain them for my pleasure. And what you're just gonna throw them in front of some statue? So he keeps saying like that. And the devotee was silent. He was just waiting for the moment where he will give him something from his garden. So then this person, he says, okay, you want to offer something to your Lord? Take these petals, flower petals. See, he just said this jokingly, Said, okay, take these flower petals. And then devotee takes it with full humility. And he offers to the Lord, my dear Lord, this is from your great devotee. This offering is from his side. Now this person, he was very sinful actually. So he dies and he goes to Yamraj. And in front of Yamraj, his book is opened. All the calculation is happening. And then Chitrakoot says that you have so much sinful activities in your whole life. Now you will have to suffer in hell for millions and millions of years. Oh, but yes, wait a minute. You have something pious, some agya, sukriti, something. Because of that, you can stay 5 minutes in heaven also. Just 5 minutes. What do you want? You want first 5 minutes of enjoyment in heavenly planet, or millions and millions of suffering in the hellish planet? What do you want first? You have to suffer both or enjoy both, whatever. You have to go through both of them. But we are giving you an option, one discount for you. What do you want first? Bhogeshwara prasaktanam. He is very attached to sense gratification. So he says, I want to first enjoy heavenly planet. 5 minutes of pleasure there. And then what can I do? I will have to, okay, granted. And then he's immediately sent to heavenly planet. When he goes to the heavenly planet, he sees a lot of, heavenly planet is heavenly planet, a lot of opulence is there. So he sees a lot of demigods flying in their airplanes. Nice beauty all around. He's enjoying, he's relishing like anything. But while he's relishing all this, 5 minutes, out of 5 minutes, 3 minutes are gone. It's only 2 minutes are left. Then he suddenly realizes, oh my God, my time is gonna get over. Then he's like, what to do? He's like, how can I save myself? Then the place here where he was standing, there are a lot of flowers, so he starts picking the flowers and is throwing up in the air, Jai Govind, Jai Madhav, Jai Radhe. Like this in the air he's throwing. And then 1 minute passed. And then 1 more minute passed. And then 1 more minute passed. And then an hour passed. Then hours passed. And then he's still continuing doing that. Still with full surrender. Tears flowing from his eyes. And then 2 Gandharvas come. Now Yamdutas are not coming. Why? Yamdutas are not coming because he has become a devotee now. So Gandharvas come and then they say, we have brought a message from Yamraj. You don't need to go to hell now. So you can stay here. Now your account is cleared from Yamraj's book. Krishna will take care of you. A small mercy that a devotee gave him, he was saved from this greatest danger of suffering in hell. Actually, that was the leader's duty. I was bringing this up because that was leader's duty to give mercy to the living entity. So somehow or other they go back home, they come closer to Krishna and eventually go back home, back to Godhead. No. One time this so happened with me. I was going to airport and I called one taxi driver. I knew him already, so he said, okay sir, I am sending you a cab. So every time he'll send a cab to me, whenever I'll go to airport, he send it. I was in Pune that time. I was living with a lot of devotees, 30, 40 devotees. We used to live together. Like we have Krishna house here. In Pune we have base. So I took some prasadam. I sat in the car and I said, this is prasadam for you. Then he said, like what prasadam? What prasadam is, like in India, there's a lot of demigod worship also happens. No? So he wanted to ask who this food has been offered to. So I said, we are ISKCON people here. We offer food to Lord Krishna. So this is the prasadam. Then he says, oh my God, I have been trying to connect with you devotees. Finally, Krishna connected me with you. I had planned to keep chanting my rounds while going from there to airport. It was like an hour drive. But when he said this, I was like, what is the story? What's going on here? When he said, oh my God, I was searching for you guys since long. I said, what happened to you? Then he said, I will tell you. And then he started driving. He said that I'm into a problem and I know only ISKCON people can solve it. I said, all glories to your trust on ISKCON devotees. But tell me from beginning. He said, back in my young age, I used to live in a house near Juhu temple. So this was the incident in Pune, but in young age he was working in Juhu in Mumbai. So he said that I was living there and I was like a security guard in a very rich person's house, and he has given me a small room to stay. He said one time a couple came from a village, from my village, and they came because they lost they actually became very angry on his son, and his son had their son had all the bad habits. So one time they became very angry on their son, and they said, you just throw out of the house, you just go out of the house, you don't need to come back. They became very angry because he had all the bad habits. He was drug addicts and all the bad habits that you can think of. So they became very angry. But because the son did not came even after an year, they kept searching, but son did not came. So they thought that probably he has gone to Mumbai to become an actor or something in Bollywood. So they kept searching, and then they came to Mumbai. They were very poor, so they thought we have a contact there, living as a security guard. So they thought that we can save some money, we'll stay with him. And he also very happily let them stay with him. So he was telling that they stayed with me. And it was their everyday schedule. They will start from their, like in morning, 7, 8 o'clock, and whole day, Mumbai city, they are roaming around. And then they will come back home in the evening with nothing. No clue, nothing. And it went on like for a month. Nothing is happening. And every evening they'll come, they'll just keep crying. That was our mistake. What happened to us? Why did we tell him to go? Probably there was some chance he could have. Oh, so we are so bad. And they'll just keep crying. Then he was telling one day, I requested them, we have a temple nearby. It was our Iskon Jiva temple. He said, let's go there and we'll pray to the Lord. And then you can continue. Then they said, okay. So they entered. And he was telling that as soon as we entered in there, this couple stopped. He said, why did you stop? Come, we'll have darshan. No. Shh. Don't say anything. Come, no. Shh. Nothing. I said, okay. No problem. He continued, paid obeisances, and then he came back. And this couple was just standing like a stone, looking at the speaker of Srimad Bhagavatam class. And then he came back. Bhagavatam class is over. And then he came back. He said, what happened? Shh, just 5 minutes. I said, okay. And then he said, this couple was talking to this speaker of Srimad Bhagavatam class. He was a brahmachari there. And he said, what happened? He said, this is the person we were searching around in the whole Mumbai city. He said, what? He said, yes. And then he also talked to that brahmachari, and then brahmachari said, yes, actually I came to Mumbai to become an actor. And I got to meet Iskon devotee. They said, we have a position for an actor in a drama. Would you like to play? He said, yes, I came to Mumbai to become an actor. Yes, we have a position. Come. And then he started playing and he became a brahmachari. Then I asked him, did these parents requested him to go back to the village, leaving this brahmachari ashram? He said, no, you stay here only. This is best. You stay here. Why I'm sharing this, because this is the mercy of a pure devotee that is flowing in the world today, and that by his causeless mercy, so many of us get connected to ISKCON and get connected to Lord Krishna. Even if I share my experience, I had this hobby of visiting different temples, so I just ended up in ISKCON temple. And what I liked about the temple was that everybody was dancing, and I was like, wow, which temple you see dance and all, People usually go sit and just have darshan of the Lord. And I was like, wow, everybody is dancing, what's going on? So I started going just for dancing. Every week I will go and just dance. And probably it was 5th week or 6th week, one devotee said, Prabhu, would you like to attend a class? I said, no, I'm already attending C, C++, Java, so many classes. No more class. He said, no, it's a very nice class. I said, I understand what class is. You have some education program going on, I know. I have so many already. He said, no, it's about God. And I was like, okay, let's see. It's a mercy. What is our endeavor? Nothing. It's just causeless mercy. There is no cause. It's just flowing out of their causeless mercy. So this is the, what I was trying to tell you, that this is the parameter we can judge a leader. If a leader is making all these arrangements for the citizens to make sure they are advancing in Krishna consciousness, that is their main duty. That is the duty of a leader. And like Prabhupada says, is one is not working for Krishna's pleasure, then he is working for his own sense pleasure. You know, so if someone is not working to please Krishna, he is working to please himself. That's called sense gratification. Correct? Sense gratification is like a poison. Poison is a poison, no matter how nicely you wrapped it in. Very nice shining packet, but inside poison. So we'll go through the purport now and then we'll come to this. Oh, sorry, can you go back to the translation again, please? So why I was explaining this, in the second line of translation, so in the first line it says that they do not know the duty of the government. So we understood what is the duty of the government, right? We understood what is the duty of the government. Now the second line says, consequently fight with one another. By the arrangement of the gods, such demons who possess great military strength, they will fight one another. Which means if the government or any person is an authority, if they are not fulfilling their duty, there will be fight. So question is, we understood the duty. If someone is not fulfilling their duty, then why there is fight? They just can keep gratifying their senses, and they can also encourage the citizens to gratify their senses. Why eventually the fight is erupting? Correct? Why fight is erupting? Why? What this eventually leads to? Correct? We see in second chapter Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is telling that how mental speculation leads to lust. Correct? No? One person starts contemplating on the senses and then gets attached to it, right? And then gets into lust, which eventually converts into anger. So when the government is bringing more and more schemes or laws, no matter how nicely they are packing through it, laws and all, if the sense gratification propaganda is being increased every day, then it eventually makes people lusty. I just want to gratify my senses. I don't care about you. Me and mine. That's lust. Somehow or other. No moral values, nothing. I don't know. I just want to make sure I am happy. I want to satisfy my ego. I am the supreme proprietor, enjoyer, and controller of everything. You know. So when this situation arises, when all the moral values are lost, people are lusty, they are following their leader. Leader is blind, followers are blind. Then we see Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that this lust is nitya verina, which means it's the eternal enemy of the living entity. So something which is an eternal enemy of the living entity is advertised as eternal friend of the living entity. How dangerous it is. Correct, no? If the propagandas are increasing day by day to make people more lusty, which means increasing the lust of the people, lust which is an eternal enemy is advertised as eternal friend, then so dangerous it is. Such a dangerous situation. Yes, there is dharma, arth, kam, moksha we talk about. So kam is there, everyone, but that was the duty of the government to make sure this kam is satisfied in a regulated way and is also reduced so that people come towards Krishna. But no one knows about Krishna, and then kam is getting increased, which is nitya verina. It just satisfying the lust is like how? It's like pouring ghee in the fire. This is increasing and the flames are increasing and increasing. So it burns like fire and is never satiated also. Krishna is telling in the same shloka, avratam jnana mitena jnanino nityaverina. Jnanino nityaverina. Nityaverina. Kam rupena kaunteya dushpranalena cha. Dushpranalena cha. It burns like fire and it's never satiated. So if people will become lusty, they are just running after gratifying their senses. Now the resources are limited, but everyone wants everything. Then what would happen? Fight will erupt. Weaker will get into depression or anxiety. Stronger will starts fighting and arguing, and eventually wars will happen. And the illusion that is created by the authority to show people that this is the ultimate goal of life, which is like nothing, then this is going to happen. People will keep chasing certain goal, which is like a flickering happiness, and they will work day hard, day night. When they will come to that, and then they will realize, oh, it was nothing. Definitely they will get frustrated. Isn't it? So, and that's why the data shows that every year people getting more depressed, more civil wars and conflicts are increasing in the world. Right? Why? Because the duty is not happening. The duty of the government is not happening. So eventually fights and wars are erupting. So that's the second line. Why consequently is there is what I'm trying to explain. That why fights are happening. Yes, Mother, please, you can go to the purport. Yeah. So, yeah, as stated in Bhagavad Gita 4.8, Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam. The sadhus, the devotees of the Lord, are always eager to advance the cause of Krishna consciousness, so that the conditioned souls may be released from the bondage of birth and death. But the asuras, now there are two sides. One is how devotees and Krishna wants. So Krishna wants paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam. And devotee also develop this mood of Krishna. If you see, they understand the desire of Krishna, protect the devotees, and then vinashaya cha dushkritam. I think this mood was very well understood in our Gaudiya Sampradaya. That we have to preach, we have to protect the devotees, and we have to kill the demoniac propensity within living entity. Anyway, so we'll first read. But the asuras, the demons, impede the advancement of Krishna consciousness movement, and therefore Krishna arranges occasional fights between different asuras who are very much interested in increasing their military power. The duty of the government or king is not to increase military power unnecessarily. The real duty of the government is to see that the people of the state advance in Krishna consciousness. For this purpose, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita 4.13, Chaturvarnyam maya shritam guna karma vibhagsha. Guna karma vibhagsha. This vibhaga, this division is based on guna and karma. What is the nature of a person? According to three modes of material nature, the work ascribed to them, the four divisions of human society were created by me, Krishna says. Therefore, there should be an ideal class of men who are bona fide brahmanas. They should be given all protection. Namo brahmana devaya go brahmanitaya cha. Krishna is very fond of brahmanas and cows. The brahmanas promulgate the cause of advancement in Krishna consciousness, and the cows give enough milk to maintain the body in the mode of goodness. The Kshatriyas and the government should be advised by the Brahmanas. Next, the Vaishyas should produce enough foodstuffs, and the Shudras, who cannot do anything beneficial on their own, should serve the three higher classes with the Brahmanas, Kshatriyas and Vaishyas. This is the arrangement of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, so that the conditioned souls will be released from the material condition and return back home, back to Godhead. This is the purpose of Krishna's descent on the surface of the earth. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam. This is the will of the Lord, that they want to protect the devotee. He wants to protect the devotees and kill the demons. If you see, Krishna does not necessarily come on this earth to kill the demons, right? He can probably send just one coronavirus and Ravan will be killed, Hiranyakashipu will be killed. What is the what is the need? Probably one coronavirus and you will come to know Hiranyakashipu was killed out of corona disease. Hey, why Ravan was killed? He had cancer. One virus and these demons will be killed. Why he's coming? He's coming from his abode and coming in this material world just to kill demons. He can just kill by his own will, sitting in there in his own abode. And then paritranaya sadhunam, to protect the devotees. He doesn't need to even come for protection of the devotees also. What is that? Krishna mare rakhe ke Krishna mare ke. Correct? If he wants to protect anyone, someone, then who can kill him? And he wants to kill anyone, then who can protect him? Which means there is a deeper meaning. Then why he is coming? Because he is coming, we know he descends on this material world. Then why is coming? What is that something he is not able to do in his own abode and he can do only here? And that is loving exchanges between his devotees. His devotees are here. He wants to have loving exchanges with them also. So he descends in this world to have those loving exchanges. Goswami ji is telling very nice in 840, Mataji? 840, no? Okay. Because one paragraph is left. Says, cover it. So when Lord Ram descends in this material world, I'm telling you this, why this? Because we are discussing about the living exchanges between devotees and Lord. So Goswami ji is telling, when Lord Ram descends, Bhay pirgat kirpala, Dina dayala, Kaushalya hitkari, Harshita mahatari, Munimana hari, Adbhut rupa vichari. When Lord Ram is descending, he's telling that when Lord comes, Muni, one who is qualified as Muni means he has controlled his senses perfectly. He has controlled his man completely, mind. But that Muni, Manahari, that Muni, the person who is very expert in controlling his mind, that also has lost his mind completely. On what? What happened to that Muni who is so controlled, so self-controlled that no one can disturb his mind? But that Muni also, Adbhut Rupa Vichari. He has lost his mind on the amazing, beautiful feature of the Lord. The Lord is so beautiful. And that is the whole purpose of Lord to come here, to give pleasure to his devotees. Harshit Mehtari. Mehtari means mother. Mother Kaushalya is Harshit, is very joyful. Lord is here. That is the whole purpose of the Lord. He wants to give pleasure to his devotees. That's all. Some of the devotees want to serve the Lord in Sakhya Bhav, Madhurya Bhav, Vatsalya Bhav. He says, okay, yes, I also want that exchanges. So he accepts Arjuna in Sakhya Bhav, Yashoda Maya, Vatsalya Bhav, and Gopis in Madhurya Bhav. Just for that exchanges he is coming. And while he is having all these exchanges, he does this side business of killing the demons also. So paritranaya sadhunam, vinashaya cha dushkritam. Okay, we'll cover the last paragraph. Everyone must understand Krishna's activities, janam karam chame divyam. If one understands the purpose of Krishna's coming to this earth and performing his activities, one is immediately liberated. This liberation is the purpose of the creation and Krishna's descent upon the surface of the earth. Demons are very much interested in advancing a plan by which people will labor hard like cats and dogs and hogs. But Krishna's devotees want to teach Krishna consciousness so that people will be satisfied with plain living and Krishna conscious advancement. Although demons have created many plans for industry and hard labor so that people will work day and night like animals, this is not the purpose of civilization. this reminds me when I was first placed in an MNC in Accenture. So I am from Delhi. So they gave me first posting in Mumbai. So that was the first time I came in Mumbai back in April 2008. So as soon as I came out of the airport, I called my father. I said, I'm coming back. He said, what's wrong with you? This was your first job after you passed out from college. I said, I don't know, everybody is running there. There's something wrong in the city. The city keeps running all the time. I don't know if you have experienced Mumbai life, then you will be, even Delhi also. Most of the cities have become like that, people from day and night keep running like cats and dogs. Even cats and dogs also sleep after sunset. So, anyway. So, although demons have created many plans for industry and hard labor so that people will work day and night like animals, this is not the purpose of civilization. Such endeavors are jagatohita, that is, they are meant for the misfortune of the people in general. Shayaya, such activities led to annihilation. One who understands the purpose of Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, should seriously understand the importance of Krishna consciousness movement and seriously take part in it. One should not endeavor for ugra karma or unnecessarily work for sense gratification. Nunam pramattaha kurute vikarma yad indriya pritaya apranoti. Simply for sense gratification, people make plans for material happiness. Maya sukhaya bharam uddhato vimudhan. They do this because they are all vimudhas, rascals. Krishna also says in Bhagavad Gita, ahankar vimudhatma karta heti manyate. So they are doing this why? For flickering happiness. For flickering happiness, people waste their human energy, not understanding the importance of the Krishna consciousness movement, but instead accusing the simple devotees of brainwashing. Demons may falsely accuse the preachers of Krishna consciousness movement, but Krishna will arrange a fight between the demons in which all their military power will be engaged and both parties of demons will be annihilated. Krishna does that by his own sweet will. Why he does that? Why is allowing demons to gain military power and fight? Because demons also want that. They also have this free ego, false ego to show that we are so powerful. And Krishna also letting them use their free will. Krishna says, okay, go ahead, go do it. So in that, Krishna's that micro purpose that has been explained in Bhagavad Gita is like micro way that is being fulfilled here by letting Krishna for demons to get fight and be killed. So that's all. Thank you so much for your association and for tolerating me. Is not very much ready, so I beg forgiveness if I committed any offense. Vanchakal Trubhescha Kripa Sindhavche Paditanam Pavnebhyo Vaishnavyo Namo Namah. Anant Koti Vaishnavan Ke Shilopad Ki Jai. Hare Krishna. Do you want to take any question? Okay. Is there any question or comment from anyone? Okay. You want to show? Krishna.
Actually, in this purport, I was really appreciating. We often forget. In Srimad Bhagavatam, it's very clearly explained why we have wars. That's also a very good focus, because we think, oh, the golden years are there. We're still, why are there wars? No, there were wars when Krishna was there, and this is the specific purpose. And then in there somewhere also it said, so they are busy fighting wars so the devotees can actually focus on doing their thing. So that was a very beautiful point. So thank you.
Thank you for sharing, Mataji.
In Hungary, where there's a war going on, over 100 initiated ISKCON devotees have been killed that were drafted into the military. All the temples, not Hungary, but Ukraine. Ukraine. All the temples in Ukraine were closed. The 3,000 devotees were either forced to go in the military or leave the country. So when we say that Krishna will arrange a fight between the demons in which both parties of demons will be annihilated, isn't there also kind of a risk that a lot of devotees will be annihilated also in the process? Or will Krishna protect the devotees, or something like that?
When you are asking question, I am thinking that you came into Krishna consciousness in 75. And my year of birth is 85 proof. And I came into Krishna consciousness like in 2015 or 16. So it's like a teacher asking a question from his own student. But yes, for your pleasure, for the pleasure of all the devotees, I will just share my understanding. We see in Ramcharitmanas, when I was reading, and Lord is, for 14 years, Lord was roaming in the forest with Mother Sita and Lakshmana. Then he was meeting all the rishis, all the devotees he was meeting. Then in one corner, he see lot of bones, like a huge stack of bones. Huge stack of. And then Lord is asking, what is this? Then the devotee is replying, my dear Lord, you are all pervading, you know everything. But because you are asking, I just want to share that these are the bones of your own devotees. These demons, they attacked and they just ate them all. Even the devotees were eaten. So same thing, like Prabhuji is explaining that when these wars are happening, our devotees are being killed. Then Lord, then how Lord is protecting? The question is how Lord is protecting that? He is saying, I protect my devotees, then how he is giving the protection? Then there is an explanation there that Lord is actually clearing their karma and taking them back home, back to Godhead. Because the protection, actual protection, this body has to eventually be killed. The actual protection is a spiritual protection. So even if in such scenarios, devotees we see are being killed, they are getting unlimited spiritual benefit. So he is mentioning there that all of them have gone back home, back to Godhead. So externally we see, okay, they are being eaten, but yes, they have been liberated. All of them. From this repeated cycle of birth and death. They have been liberated. So that is my understanding, Prabhu. Sorry if I didn't clarify that properly. Okay. Grantra Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Nitaya Go Premanande.